All right, good morning. It is time for the pre-market analysis. I go over NQ and BTC. It is June 4th, 2026, 5:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, I'm going to start here on the NQ and just looking at this section right here. What I want you to focus on is, so I'm going to circle this. What price did at the open is it immediately took liquidity from the top, pushed down, took all the liquidity from the bottom, and then began to range. So these levels that we have, when you see price not really respecting these levels where it's just dancing around it, that's a good indication you probably shouldn't be trading that day. So yesterday was a very difficult day to trade because price really had no clear direction as to which way it was going to go. So pretty much whether you were long or short, you were wrong. And unfortunately, a lot of traders don't realize they're in that mess until it's too late and their account's nearly blown. So moving forward here, what we'll do is look at the daily time frame. Let's get rid of this. All right, so looking at the daily, we did have quite the move down here, and this was actually to be expected after that fantastic run up. This body closing like this, right over this level, sure did indicate we were going to move a little bit higher. So we got that push higher, and then we started to do the range thing. And then obviously today, you see that price has begun to break down a little bit. So the levels that I am watching right now would be right around here, about 30,374 to down here to about 30,248. This would be our operating range for the morning. Any break below this level would indicate continuation to the downside. If we do break above this level, that could indicate we're going to have another push higher. All right, so that's NQ. Let's jump into Bitcoin quick. So Bitcoin did go through the EQ. At this point here, I said we were all flat. You can see it continued to push down, and we got right here, this dotted line. That is one of our levels. So the fib is on here, and you can see how price just pushed right through each level, comes down, touches this bottom level, and pulls back up. So this is what we would indicate, or not indicate, this is what we would take as support, or a possible support. Price did find some support here and pulled back up. So this is yet to be seen. Is this going to be one of these where it pulls up and it continues pushing down, or is it going to start to find support and try to work its way back up? So that is something that we can tell in the lower time frames whether it's going to start working its way up or not. But at this point in time, all I can tell you by looking at the higher time frame here is that about 63,100, well, no, I'm sorry, 63,788 would be your resistance level. So if you get above a close above that, then there's a chance we're going to move back up here towards the EQ area. If we do break down below this red line, which is 61.9, then expect continued downside. All right, so that is all I have for you here. I hope it helps.